The UN Refugee Agency has appealed to Ethiopia for access to 96,000 Eritrean refugees in the northern Tigray region. There are concerns of possible food shortage following reports of attacks, abductions and forced recruitments of refugees. Meanwhile, the nearly month-long war has displaced thousands of people into neighboring countries like Sudan. DW Africa correspondent Mariel Müller travelled to a town on the border with Tigray.
They were lucky. After crossing the border from Ethiopia to Sudan, Latha Burhan and her family found refuge in this home. The nearby camp is already overcrowded. There they would have had to sleep outside, on the ground. I thank the owner of this house so much, because she doesn't know us. She doesn't know anything about us. But because we were neighbors across the border, she took us in, more than 50 people. She'll never forget the moment she realized she and her 9 children had to flee their hometown in Tigray. We cried, and our children cried with us. They wept in front of us. The shooting started while we were eating. We just had to leave. 6 families live here. Together, that is more than 50 people in one house. Among them are Turish Barhly and her husband. When the fighting in Tigray started, they tried to bring their children to safety. When the shooting started, I gave my children to our neighbors who had a car to take them with them. Since then, she hasn't heard anything from them. Because of a communications blackout in Tigray, she can't call the neighbors or people in her village. My children are always on my mind. Whenever I close my eyes, I see them. The owner of the house is Farida Ibrahim. It's not the first time that she has welcomed refugees in her home. In the 1960s, she housed people who fled the war in Ethiopia. These people came to us, and although we don't have much money, they are our neighbors, so we had to help them. Many residents of this already poor region have again welcomed Ethiopian refugees in their homes. Some offer shelter only, others provide food and water. However, the influx of people here has resulted in instant price hikes. Residents tell us vegetables, fruit, meat and even water has become much more expensive. Still, they try to help as much as they can. For Latha Burhan, it's the second time that she had to flee her home. She doesn't want the same for her children. I hope my children will have a better life, will not become like us. I wish they go to school, study, do their jobs, and stay away from politics. Farida Ibrahim says her guests can stay as long as they need.